start of the thing, fun. The end of the thing, lots of fun, because you can see the finish line, and then there's like this momentum to just like dig deep and push towards the finish. It's the in-between. That's the messy part. The in-between is the messy part. That's about where people fail. It's about where people give up, because it's hard. But the thing about the middle, the thing about the dip is like, once you get through it, you're closer to the end point than you are to the starting point. Good morning, friends. It is finally Monday, 6th of January, and my first day back at work officially. I'm a little bit hyped, even though my morning did not start off the best. Yeah, I don't wanna really. Mornings are hard. Let's just leave it there. But, you know, I'm here. It's like 10 to 8, and I'm at my desk ready to get through the day. Most important on the agenda is just reconnecting with people and making sure that I check in with all my projects and schedule calls with clients that I need to like have a video check-in with. And then what else? Some admin tasks. Timeboxing. Marc Sanders talks about how having a start time and an end time is very useful for getting things done. And when you do a task, having, you know, like that starting time, ending time, using a clock to count down so that when 10, 15, 30 an hour is over, you stop and move on to the next thing. And if something's not complete, obviously you need to like figure out why that is and all that jazz. But one way to just get into the habit of doing things consistently is starting them on time and ending them either on time or before they're like due to be finished. Yeah, so that is it. That's the basically what today is going to be about, and maybe I'll show you part of my process. Hard stuff. I woke up late, and you know, there are days when you can be hyped for the new thing you're doing. You can be hyped about all the stuff that you have to do. And there are days when it takes like the sheer will and stuff that you have inside, you know, where it actually shows what you're made of, to get those things done. And today is one of those days. When you see the darkness nearing, like don't go in a different direction. And so here we are going in a different direction. I've lost some time today. Not much. I'm looking at my calendar now, and I haven't lost that much time. I thought it was worse than it actually is. And I can make it up by doing like 1 extra hour each day. That should help me catch up on that lost time. I do this thing in my calendar where I block out the times. Yeah, so I block out everything and I make it gray. And as I get stuff done, I make those things green. See, this is why Darren Hardy suggests tracking first, because as you track the things you want to change, you start realizing things. Like this year, I definitely do want to work out more because I know that I feel better when I work out, when I'm using my body. I enjoy using my body. I enjoy feeling like my muscles do things like dancing and like weight training and stuff like that. So I think instead of that, what I've been doing these short little 15-minute, 20-minute videos on YouTube, like standing Pilates or just like stretching. Yesterday I was really feeling anxious, and when I get anxious lately, it's very down my spine. It's just like all the tension is there and I can feel it, and all I want is just like a hug or whatever. Not a hug, I just want to like wrap myself in a blanket tight. And yeah, so I did some stretches, some back stretches, and that really helped, because it gets the, you know, like Pilates and stretching, it just gets the tension out of your spine where you're feeling it. And I have like a little fidget spinner, a fidget cube, I don't know where it is, but I have a fidget cube, and I took it out as well while I was working, playing around with it, and that also helped. Buddy, no. And I think just finding things that help works. And then as soon as work was done, I just went to bed because I was just wanting the safety and comfort of my blankets, the little bit of safety and comfort that a blanket can even offer you, because what the heck is the blanket gonna do? You're gonna close it up and be like, oh, my ghosty, you can't see me. No, it offers zero safety or anything, actually. It's a comfort thing. It's a mental thing. All these things they are things that we've decided works. So whatever. That's that. Yeah, and then I overslept because clearly I needed sleep. What day is it today? Do I even know? It is Wednesday. It's Holy Post Day, and I don't know what I'm saying. Don't know what I'm doing. Today's a lot better than yesterday. It's a lot better than all of this week was, actually. But you know, that happens in life. You have ups and downs, and you have dips. The important thing, I suppose, that I'm learning, is to be aware of your ups and your downs, and your kind of the things that make us gloomy and not so gloomy, the things that trigger like anxiety and all that jazz, and even other things like ADHD things, things that worsen all of that jazz, because you know it doesn't help with the big picture plan, which is to do the things. And I found my fidget spinner. This is, so it has all these different sides. It has about 5 sides. So that one's like a little, that one goes like that. You just kind of twirl it around. Well, it's a fidget cube, I suppose. That one has like a little metal thingy. So it's a different, like, nice, smooth texture where you just roll things around. And when I'm really feeling anxious, then this is the one, like that one. Like, it's pretty nice to just kind of roll it around. And then obviously there's little switch. And it's just something to fidget with. These little buttons, they're all like different types of buttons. Some are more mechanical, and others are just quiet. So, my other favorite one is this one here. It's just like a little disc that you spin around. And that's Zero Fidget Cube that I got last year. Because, yeah, I've just been wanting one. Because it's helpful when you need something that's tactile. Tactile things are soothing to me. I found that usually I used to like walking through stores like Woolworths or like other kind of stores and just like feel the texture or the textiles of different clothes. And I don't know, I never actually realized that it's helpful and that it's soothing and comforting until last year when I started looking into maybe these things that I've been, I don't know, maybe all these things that I thought were like unique to me are actually not just unique to me. And realizing that the other people will go through that too. And looking online for solutions. And okay, if they go through the same thing, what are they doing to help? And then knowing, okay, when X happens, this might be what you need. When, you know, I have that like tension in my spine and I just want to be covered by my blankie, then having like a scarf with me or a wrap or a shawl, or since I work from home, like, okay, maybe not in summer, but you could have an actual blanket that I walk around, or a hoodie if I'm doing like camera work. But yeah, that's like a comfort thing. And sometimes you just need that. And recently, like, just scent as well. So like this candle really, really helps. It's really nice. Like, it brings you out of whatever you're looking for, like whatever you're thinking of, and like the spiral that you go through, it like just focuses your mind in a different space. Or at least mine. It helps for me. And I have like other scents as well. Like there's this like oil, I don't know what the full scent is, but it smells nice. And then it's like, okay, I can chill. I can be fine, you know, I'm gonna be okay. So yeah, that's some of the things that I use to kind of just help myself do the things I have to do, even when my body and my mind aren't in prime productive states. Yeah, because, you know, time waits for no one. Something really awesome that I've learned this week, there are actually two. One is a mindset shift, and the other one, I'm not quite sure what the other one is, but one is a mindset shift, and that is, I usually, when I watch like a long, even if it's a short video, like a 5-minute video, I usually like would be still and watch that. And I don't know, just this week, I've kind of been telling myself and shifting my mindset around that, like, I can do other things and still view the content or listen to the podcast or whatever. I don't have to be looking at the screen to follow along or enjoy a podcast, because that's the point of podcasts. Even if it's video on, I can, you know, go along my day and do the other things I need to do and still listen to it. Mind-blowing, isn't it? Mind-blowing. But the nice thing is the fact that the reason I know it's kind of taking an effect is because every time I want to, like, just watch the thing. It's like, no, you're supposed to be doing other things. You can make breakfast while you're watching this. You can, brush your teeth, get dressed, whatever, while you're watching this. And that's good. That's a hint in the right direction. Because I was afraid that this whole thing is going to not work and it's going to because I'm reaching, there's a phase we go through, and Seth Godin talks about it in his book, The Practice. He talks about this phase that people go through when you start something new. There's that initial energy and it's the honeymoon phase or whatever. So you go through that, and then you kind of enter this dip where the novelty's worn off. It's not that fun anymore. It actually takes discipline and choices and battling against resistance. Like, you actually start facing resistance against this thing, because I think I mentioned it in a different vlog, where a body in motion will stay in motion until an external opposite force acts on it, and a body at rest will stay at rest until an external force acts on it. Like a tree is going to be there the entire time until a bulldozer comes and knocks it over, or a strong enough wind comes and knocks it over. Otherwise, that tree's gonna stay rooted and grounded and planted. And even then, when the wind comes, you'll see the top of the branches, they'll go, but the deep parts, the root parts, they're sturdy the longer the tree's been there. If it's a smaller, younger tree, it might go, but some of the branches might just break, something like that. The ones that are a bit more fragile, but the ones that are rooted, if it's something you've done for 25 years, then it's going to take more than just one gust of wind to knock that thing over. You need to, keep pushing, keep pushing through. And when you're in the dip, that's what Seth calls it. When you're in the dip, you need to push through to the other side, because once you get to the other side, in the dip is where most people either quit or they just stay there. They exit or they just stay there. But if you just keep pushing onward, then there's less competition and you're closer to the other side once you get to the dip. And I think I have a book here called Miracle in the Middle. This is more of a Christian book. Seth Godin's is more of a business marketing book. And in this one, Charlotte Gambil, she talks about how the middle is the toughest point, where the messy middle, start of the thing, fun. The end of the thing, lots of fun, because you can see the finish line, and then there's this momentum to just dig deep and push towards the finish. It's the in-between. That's the messy part. The in-between is the messy part. That's about where people fail. It's about where people give up, because it's hard. But the thing about the middle, the thing about the dip is once you get through it, you're closer to the end point than you are to the starting point. Because that's where the middle is. If this is the middle and you move that way, you're closer to the side than you are to where you started. And that's kind of just remembering that point that she makes. That kind of sums up. She talks about other things. Kind of sums up that, once you push past that scary part, it's where you're closer to the end than to the beginning. And there's also that whole sunk cost fallacy where it's like, I made it through that, I pushed through. I definitely I'm gonna give up now. So yeah, hopefully getting through this dip part where it is like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go back to the way things were, because I'm done with that. I'm over that. I am ready for whatever is ahead and what life could look like if I was just like able to execute on the things that I plan. The other lesson I learned this week was, so that was the first one, was the mindset lesson. And the other lesson I learned this week was the other lesson that I started implementing this week was not overscheduling my calendar. I used to try to fit like 59 things into a day, or fit all of my projects into 1 week and be like, okay, cool, we can do this. But over the holiday, I kind of looked at, because I track my time, I do all that jazz, and I looked at, okay, how long does a particular project actually take me? Okay, it takes this amount of time. I have these many projects. I have this is how many projects I have. So that means each week I can dedicate time to like 2 to 3 projects a week. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. I have 2 projects that I'm focusing on this week. I need to finish up the one today, and then so I can start with project 2 tomorrow. So today I'm not creating as much as I am editing. So I'm going to be editing some stuff, proofreading some content. I also need to put up the vlog. I've decided to do this weekly instead of daily, because it's just a lot to film and edit a vlog in 1 day. That's one of those things where I'm like, I want to add all the stuff into 1 day, and it's like, no, sissy, no, that is ridiculousness. Not even your favorite content creators who've done this for like decades do that. They don't daily vlog unless it's for a particular reason. They vlog daily, but they condense it all into like a weekly piece of content. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, thank you for being along for the ride. What else did I have to do today? Oh, I started like meal prepping yesterday. I did some meal prep. I made a chicken salad, and that's kind of gonna be lunch and dinner until it's done for the next couple of days. It was dinner last night, lunch and dinner today, and probably lunch tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll cook something else. I'll meal prep something else. That way, like, I cook every 2 to 3 days. Every 3rd evening. And that should be okay, I think. Or every 2nd evening, I suppose. Every 2nd or 3rd evening. However that works. And I'm going to see how that goes. So, I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that. Maybe not, because, I don't know. I need to figure out things to put in here so that I'm not just sitting at my desk talking the whole time. But, it is work, so